For our midterm project, we were asked to analyze a podcast or a video related to West Papua, Indonesia. After considering a few options, we decided to focus on a video by ABC News In-Depth channel titled Inside Indonesia Secret War for West Papua. The video was uploaded on 12 May in 2020. You can check the video link in the description below.
This video raises important questions about human rights, media control, political tension, and foreign interests in West Papua. In this presentation, we'll break down the key points, analyze the narrative used by the foreign media, and explore possible underlying motives behind the message.
What actually happening in West Papua? The video shows an ongoing conflict where many people in West Papua are pushing for independence from Indonesia. They believe they don't fully belong culturally, historically, or politically, and want to stand on their own. Why do locals want to separate from Indonesia? They feel like they've been treated unfairly for years, facing racism, human rights violation, and lack of representation. On the other hand, Indonesia strongly resists their independence effort to protect the country's unity and keep access to Papua's valuable natural resources. When did all this take place? The video was posted in 2020, but it reflects events that happened mostly around 2019 to early 2021. It also touches on how the COVID-19 pandemic made the situation worse, especially along the borders.
So, where are things happening on the ground? The heart of the conflict is in West Papua on the western side of New Guinea Island, but the impact spills over into Papua New Guinea too, where many West Papuans have fled to seek safety. And who are the people involved? The ones pushing for change are mostly West Papuans activists, students, and everyday citizens. Some have fled their homes, while others continue to speak out, even if it puts them in danger. On the other side, the Indonesian government, including the military, plays a key role in trying to control the situation.
Number 1. Media origin and perspective. The video is from ABC News Australia and was made possible thanks to the access from the Papua New Guinea or PNG government. As a foreign media outlet, ABC News tends to focus on pro-independence viewpoint and highlights the negative side of how Indonesia handles the West Papua conflict. The video tries to make viewers feel for the Papuan people and their struggles. Because this is a media outlet outside from Indonesia, it may also have some ethnocentric views. This means that the video could intentionally judge Indonesia's action based on Western ideas of freedom and democracy, which can affect how the conflict is shown to the audience. Number 2. Moral depth and foreign interest. One striking quote from the video: "You, Australian people, will be remembered by a generation of West Papua." Sounds like gratitude, but it can also be seen as a subtle emotional appeal for Australia to intervene, just as it did in East Timor's independence in 1999. However, East Timor's experience shows that Australia's involvement wasn't purely altruistic. After independence, the two countries clashed over the control of oil and gas fields in the Timor Sea. This suggests that the video may not only be seeking sympathy, but also paving the way for the foreign intervention driven by a strategic interest in Papua's rich natural resources.
The third one is framing Indonesia as the villain. Indonesia is portrayed as repressive and non-transparent. The video states that the government bans foreign journalists from entering Papua, suggesting that the government is hiding human rights violation. Former General Wiranto's statement about rejecting a referendum adds to the narrative that Indonesia is unwilling to engage in democratic dialogue. There are also scenes showing Indonesia police allegedly shooting unarmed civilians, reinforcing the image of harsh and violent regime. The next one is Papuan suffering and resistance. The video uses emotional visuals such as refugees crossing rivers, children in hiding, and camps in Papua New Guinea. This is showcasing a humanitarian crisis. Papuan people are depicted not only as victims but also as determined fighters for freedom. A powerful moment in the video includes a resistance leader telling the journalist that you will be remembered by generation of West Papua. This serves as a subtle emotional appeal, possibly aimed at Australian audiences to evoke a sense of moral responsibility. Racial discrimination is also highlighted, such as Papuan students in Indonesia being called monkeys, further emphasizing systemic oppression.
Number 5. Historical background and legitimacy of the conflict. The video revisits how West Papua was transferred to Indonesia through a UN-backed agreement. The 1969 Act of Free Choice is described as undemocratic, involving only a few handpicked representatives, suggesting that the integration was illegitimate. The conflict is then compared to Timor-Leste's independence history, implying that West Papua might follow a similar path if international support is mobilized. Number 6. Role of foreign countries and Papua New Guinea. Papua New Guinea is portrayed as cautious. It avoids direct confrontation with Indonesia but still allows Australian journalists to report from inside the Prime Minister's office. This raises the possibility of hidden foreign interests shaping the narrative, especially considering Papua's rich natural resources. Australia's presence in the coverage suggests that geopolitical and economic motives could be involved behind the scene.
The next one is the purpose of media framing. The video seems designed to generate international sympathy and support for West Papua's independence movement. It goes beyond reporting. It frames a political argument, potentially pressuring Indonesia while swaying public opinion abroad. At the same time, this framing could be used as a strategic tool by foreign powers to intervene or even benefit from a possible future independent West Papua. So, the conclusion is the video offers a clear, emotionally charged narrative that portrays Indonesia as an oppressive force, while emphasizing the suffering of the Papuan people. It is also a call for international support, possibly driven by both humanitarian concerns and hidden geopolitical motives. By analyzing the framing techniques used, we can see how media narratives can shape public opinion, sway political decisions, and influence international relations in sensitive areas like West Papua. Ultimately, this video is not just a report. It functions as a form of advocacy. By blending emotional storytelling with historical grievances, it seeks to shape international opinion and potentially apply pressure on Indonesia. This underscores the powerful role of media in conflict narratives, where how a story is told can be just as influential as the facts themselves. That's all our analysis. Thank you for watching and see you guys!